Peace and love. I am Brother Hasan Bey, coming at you with another AstroCivics Sunday. It's a late night one. You know I'm here with my magnificent bros. He is...
Peaceful greetings, Islam, Islam, Islam. Hold on, namaste, 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 Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? Let's get this, bro. I think I've got a screen share I want to do. However, you can give a brief, because this one's going to be short, right? We already know on the East Coast, it's 11:51 post meridian, right? 2,300 hours, 51 minutes, right? East Coast in it, right? However, I'm still gonna share this out, right? Let it be known, because I know when it comes to our loved ones near lawful living, you know, it's like, whoa, yeah, man, we're live on the late night, right? Yeah. And we got some things planned, like you know, I and Brother R, we're full-time fathers, so to speak, right? Quote unquote fathers, right? We are those processes that mothers chose, right? And we do our due diligence even off camera, right? Additively speaking though, we were just going over a few things, guys, and we just, you know, was looking at a few notes Brother R wanted to share with you all, and I'm here to definitely ad-lib and back that up when it comes to government. And we're going to look at a law dictionary that most people may not be familiar with, but it's quite a few concepts that can be spoken on when looking at this particular law dictionary. We're just going to look at one entry and draw a lot of things from it. And then we got something, man, we got something planned for you guys on Friday. Like, it's going to be so fun, right? The last Friday before the vernal equinox, because vernal equinox would technically be next Monday, next moon day, right? 20th at about 1700 hours, 24 minutes Eastern, which is 5:24 post meridian Eastern, when the sun ingresses Aries and will be officially tropical zodiacal new year, right? So, yeah, no, right? Yay! So
yeah,
we're
gonna. I know I'm gonna turn up.
You already
know.
I mean?
Celestial vibrations, because at the end of the day, you know, when other people are doing their shenanigans, you know what I mean? Like, what's he celebrating? Don't worry about it.
Basically, it's like, what's going on? I mean, why do I hear music and see lights? What holiday is it? It's the not be a nigger holiday. It's
the living people's holiday.
For real. It's those that are not undesirable holiday. That's flat out, you know what I mean? Like now, beloveds, join us and enjoy ye studies, right? I know people are like, oh my God, it's so late. No, it's not. It's early. Enjoy ye studies, right? Very, very early it is, right? So let me make sure I put peace be unto you all. But all right, did you want to kind of like preface this situation a little bit for them?
Oh, well, we're about to go. We're definitely about to talk about government, right? Noble Drew Ali said he would leave the European here long enough for you to learn government. So we're definitely going to go into that. Yeah. What is law? What is not law, right? So I was thinking. Hope everybody was able to figure out how they're gonna stay vegan.
Yep.
So they can be able to process this info and use it to empower themselves. Man, I'm still really contemplating, you know, what I read, which we're gonna share on Friday. Which yeah, I'm like, why couldn't it be Friday today, actually? Because we got a lot of things to go over. But I think we're also gonna pull up some other terms, right? Like flag and stuff like that. Of course, nationality being the order of the day. We're gonna show you what the is it Bouvier's
John Bouvier's,
years,
Law Dictionary and Concise Cyclopedia, third Raw
14.
Revisions, Volume 2.
Right. It's in three volumes. You know, A to Z, you know, starting volume 1A, and then volume 3 is ending that. So
Islam.
yeah, we're looking at volume 2 today, right? And
Yes, we will be looking at that. Yes, of course. I'm setting
right.
this video that I want to play for us. So just wait until it gets set so I can just hit the play button. I'm going to share the screen, of course. But
Thinking
you are
about now
exactly
that
correct.
question that you asked me, when you said, do the beings that seek to enforce, like, you know, legislation or statutes, code, policies, or whatnot, you said, do they purport to be the United States, right, or the state of?
Right, they'll say it out their mouth, right? Just like they can hold people to being a resident near whatever municipality or so-called state, right? Oh, well, you said you're a resident, so you're a resident. Okay, well, you said you're in the United States, right? You said you all United States citizen and all that shit, right? Okay. Who was the first to recognize the business, the United States? Huh? Who was the first? Who was the first? Oh, okay, you guys want to be a company, you want to sit here and bring your ship practices to the land,
Right.
recognize that for you to be able to do so you could be, oh man, look, give these crazy motherfuckers some little whatever, man, so we ain't got to deal with the chronic debt too much and really having them exist longer than they supposed to.
Oh, matter of fact, I forgot you was gonna play that joint, and then after you play that joint, I was gonna say play that Unum Sanctum, because I swear every time you bring up that ship, I think about that bar where I said what did I say? Status on record before you step onto their boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already let them know what it is before, if you ever had to. Like me personally, you know, I get a little seasick, so I don't even really, you know, get on their boats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might, I might, you know, I might ship post, right? I might ship the post, right? But I'm not doing no sailing on foreign vessels, if you know what I'm saying.
Islam, you already know, man.
And this is 21. Sheesh.
21, man. 21. I'm about to share this to Facebook.
21,
I guess I could play this
21
music.
strong.
21.
Hashtag 20. Hashtag 21 strong.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But watch when we get to 52, that'll let us know that we've done a year's worth of, because it's 52 strongs, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Year, right?
Really? Yeah.
We would have done a year's worth by then. It's just, and then it'll let us know how many, you know, since you've been here knocking out these Fridays and Sundays with me. Not only would that be a testimony to AstroCivics Sunday, but it'll also be a testimony to Impromptu Improv. You know what I mean? As far as your due diligence and you and I are working together on these things, man, like seriously, and all other bros too, right? That give their energy and time and spirit also. You know what I'm saying? So it just really shows, like, Seven Hill Star is, honestly, we have set the tone. Alrighty. In these days and times, with having Prophet Noble Drew Ali at the forefront pertaining to our minds, we have clearly set the tone for what sincere, true, and faithful Moors actually look like, sound like, and be like. Not acting. Alrighty. So with that being said, man, I yield. I'm ready to hit this play button.
Yeah, honors to the Prophet, man. That's a powerful picture right there.
Islam.
Like, just looking at it, just like, man, look, everybody's on point. It's clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They obviously got something on the table there. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're about to study or if they about to, you know, eat something.
Definitely like Prophet Noble Drew Ali about to go in on the lesson.
But it's definitely looking like they respect and love themselves. You know what I mean? They definitely don't look like, you know, like they out there trying to scam the next being or whatnot. You know.
Islam. Here we go. After this, I'll do Unum Sanctum. Like you said, I'll follow it up immediately.
Yeah.
37 boxes.
Let ye and I relate properly. Thanks for asking. Now get we the knowledge we have to be. It has got to be operative prophecy. So possibly we can monopoly all of this property. I can see our less natural estate as cross speed. Our prophecy progeny. In full life that we growing, heavily focus. We holding gifts, unfolding this golden glyph. Now you won't notice with me. This goes an old focus shift. So get the view of this peripheral visual scripture by focus switch. And envision this mission prescription. I'm living true, sending my posages. Seriously, a liar go beautifully, zodiacal, the life in you is viable, and I like how you are heavily reliable. Synodically, openly, knowingly, cycle through intuitively, cyclical developmental stages and phases of cycle through. Say, look what I can do. This is how I'm be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing here? This is how I'm be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing here? Yeah. You know I be cycling, I'm Gabriel, steadily I be Michaelin. Well, this is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing this year? Body,
what you doing this sun cycle? I be deep in a rabbit hole, no telling where it just might go. I be keeping a lot with me in the heart that close. Got a lot in me, thoughts are really like lottery. Pot of gold in my soul, all the wealth of the nations belong to the citizens alone. Hidden in my zone where I roam, hidden in your dome is the seat to the soul, the celestial throne. See, I just can't lie to you. A lot of fools, they wanna get inside your mind so they can try to find a way that they could get inside of you. But that ain't how we moving it, grooving it. No, nobles are here to protecting the bliss. Nobles are here to protecting the bliss. And since I can only be true to this, I take pride. It behooves you miss to take time to remove the stress and move in bliss. Be fruitful and full of gifts and know within a graceful fruition sits. But listen, it's always competition. Opposition still couldn't stop the vision. Complement the truth and get back to business, cause our position is.
This is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing here? This is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing this year? Yeah. You know I be cycling, I'm Gabriel, steadily I be Michaelin. Well, this is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing this year? Body, developmental stages and phases.
Listen, it's always competition. Opposition still couldn't stop the vision. Complement the truth and get back to business, cause our position is that can only be true.
Developmental stages and phases.
Listen, it's always competition. Opposition still couldn't stop the vision. Complement the truth and get back to business, cause our position is.
This is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing here? This is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing this year? Yeah. You know I be cycling, I'm Gabriel, steadily I be Michaelin. Well, this is how I be moving it and proving it. So, baby, what are we doing this year? Body, developmental stages and phases.
Listen, it's always competition. Opposition still couldn't stop the vision. Complement the truth and get back to business, cause our position is that can only be true.
True.
Yeah. It's been a while.
See, look.
Yeah. Your president is not my president, I'm not a corporation. Yeah, in the spangled banner that you pledge allegiance ain't the flag of a nation. These scholars get paid not to say shit. Your mindset is fuck them, they racist. All along hoping the Moors don't awaken, and it ain't racism, it's unum sanctum. Knowledge of self is what you don't have. You'll go back to sleep if I tell you the half. That's what the prophet said, you do not comprehend. You off them rocket sets, you need them doctors, cause you've been indoctrinated. You're intoxicated off the lies. Some say Satan's on a rise, but the only devil lives inside. The only devils live rewind, it never mind. You don't pay attention unless it's stateless with your lawless intentions. When I spit, it's like a live intervention. You run from the truth like you hopping some fences. Masters in suspension, the plot's gonna thicken. All you do is feel cause you're not really thinking. Poison on your plate, what you call finger licking. They poison the lake, so what the hell you drinking? I know it's like a nightmare. This life here, in spite of fear, I always try to give the light to peers. I know I lived an ignorant life for years. We lived through the pain and had to wipe them tears. Quite severe what we facing here. If you don't hear me, you ain't thinking clearly. While you feeling eerie, you getting fucked for real. Your president is not my president, I'm not a corporation. Yeah, and the spangled banner that you're fighting under ain't the flag of a nation. The high priest ain't never gonna lace us. Ain't going to church, ain't gonna save us. All along hoping the Moors don't awaken. And it ain't racism, it's unum sanctum. You follow policies, that ain't the law. I cut off the beast like the tip of cigars. I ain't smoking though and I ain't joking while you still invoking all these low-level guards. Those are demons known as Democrats that set the demo system up. You getting taxed to death, so catch your breath and tell me what's the law of the land. And do you consent to fraud? I demand they honor their oath. Status on record before you step onto their boat. Where do you draw your authority from? They ignore your due process, they know we've been dumbed down, dumbfounded. When they get hit with the rundown, I'm unbounded. Boy, put the gun down, I come power and killing with love, truth, peace, proudly, freedom and justice. Ye howling, get in your butt, kick, ye wild. It must be your spirit. If it ain't right, they ain't gon' hear it. If it ain't right, they ain't gon' fear it. If you ain't rich, they ain't gon' cure it. I'm done with these people. You're not gonna study, then go back to sleep, bro. I'm not gonna depot you into your birthright. Thirst, right? We know. President is not my president, I'm not a corporation. Yeah, and the spangled banner.
That's like that whole song is like a writ.
Flat out, bro. Like flat out. Yeah, straight up, bro. Like
That's like that whole song is like a class. Like, yo, you could go back and just take notes and then go look up terms that I said and really you could really learn some stuff just off that one song.
yeah, because that's what we do, man. I gotta be honest, man. Like, I don't think like it's a lot of Moors out there that makes music, but the best music when it comes to Moorish Americans is coming from us, bro. And I don't care how people feel. Our stuff is melodic and we can actually write and rap and be consistent.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, bro. Like,
There's a lot of things that goes into creating something that's timeless, you know what I mean? Like it's
we do our own
just-
music. Like, even though we may like, oh, let's do some mixtape version type stuff. When it comes to our own stuff, it's our own.
right. Even that, like that's
Instrumentals.
that's like straight mixtape stuff right there. But however,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I actually came with something that's like, yo, the way I really, the way I really wrote to that beat is like it sounds like a classic mixtape track, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Man, every time you do a song, bro, and it's on the like a mixtape version, like someone else's track or whatever, bro, it's like it's never the song that when you go to listen to the original, you'd be like, yeah, let me go back to the Paragon. It's not a song. It's like that joint Brother Corey did, and you go back and listen to the original Kid Cudi joint. It's like, yeah, I can't even listen to it.
Bro, I did that a while back with that Pound Cake beat. I wrote a song called Flying Through the Universe, and then I see Bros did the same thing too. And it's like I'll bump our version versus so-called celebrities version.
Yeah, like I said, I think the best music, and then when we do the book too, that's coming too. Like bro. We make the best content, and we're going to continue to make the best content because we the best. You know what I mean? That's not bragging. We know who we are. We know what we're going to do. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know, you guys don't know. I'll tell you. Like, I remember when me and Brother R first had a music discussion. I was like, bro, I think we can do music together because I felt similar things when you was like certain things you went through. It's like you go to write and do all types of shit, and you go to spit, and it's like people are your buddy, and then once you spit, it's like where did they go? You know what I mean? Or they try to make your verse sound subpar while all of them sound real well polished and shit like that. And I was like, I know what that feel like. So it made me, because I went through the same thing. Like, it was to the point where I would just do studio sessions, and I would dread people asking me to spit, and I'm just like, oh shit, because I know that most of the people's studios I was around near the Baltimore Corporation and really anywhere else I went, I rap better than them. I already know it. I already know I got the writing skill. I got the rhythm. I make the track. I don't need no fucking body, really. You know what I mean? When it came to these different studios I was at, that's why I was just always assisting, helping, teaching. So when I came across you, and I was like, all right, cool. There's somebody that I think has a similar mindset that's not going to be on some hater shit. We work together. And it's been, for me, because I know you can speak for yourself, bro, it's been great for me. That's why I didn't mind, like, when it came to you pushing your music, doing your music, however you need your music done, it's like, bro, you got my full support. You know what I'm saying? You really got my full support, because I know it's like when motherfuckers be hating. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'd rather be a brother in the moment and be supportive, and you know what I mean? Because I done been there. I done been there where I didn't have my own studio and shit, and then had to get it. You know what I mean? And then saw what I could do, what other people was really bullshit. And it's like, all right, this, I can tell that this so-called engineer was just making up excuses to try to squeeze more bread out of me. You feel me? So that's just how I look at it, bro.
I bear witness the same thing, bro. It's been mutual, you know, positive energy. It's always like the way I see it, you know, we're all great, you know what I mean? Like, we're all great measurers. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We don't miss. When we measure it right, so we don't miss. And every time we up, it's always a greater outcome, you know, it's always a greater product. If your idea was great, my idea was great, the product that comes out of that is even greater. So it's like, man, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, music is probably what I've been doing the longest out of anything that I've been doing, and I put that on pause. So imagine how much love I actually had to have for myself in the movement to put music on pause for like 4 years straight, bro, to study. Like, I really stopped doing music. Like, you can see the timeline from stuff I was putting out, right?
Yeah, I would say, like, I say this again, and I say it confidently, bro. Seven Hill Star has the best producers and songwriters when it comes to music.
That's for sure.
And since we all at any given time can review the music theory that's shared amongst us, it really makes us the best overall when it comes to music. That's why any other Moorish American on the track with us would really have to not bring any subpar bars. That's why I myself am glad that I've never really rapped with anyone or made any music with anyone other than you and Brother Corey. Because other than that, everybody else is, I mean, you know, I promoted their music. Oh yeah, this is a catchy little tune, because I'm not a hater. However, when it comes to what I'm going to do in this project, I only want the best. You see what I'm saying? And who's really better than, when it comes to writing songs, you, Brother Corey, and myself, there's no one better. There's not one more that I know that can write better than us. Not really.
And then if they're not Moors, then what are they really rapping about? Because at the end of the day,
I don't even pay attention to them.
If your foundation, if you don't have a, even if like they think they're on some positive stuff, or like, what is your foundation? Because at the end, it's like basing your life on connotative definitions. Like, your foundation is messed up. You gotta, you know what I mean? You're not even dealing with the etymology, so you're not even dealing with the metaphysics. So you're probably gonna rap the dogma and not even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they're gonna try to bite us, mimic us, try to seem like in
they're
their
already doing it.
Black colored mindset, they're doing like we're doing. And it's like, bro, I done said it once and I'm gonna say it again. Most of these beings are our fucking sons and daughters. Because they never thought to do things how we do things first and foremost. However, again, that's not a brag. I'm just telling the truth. If you get offended by that, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I wrote this shit years ago.
That's what you saying?
That song that we just listened to is not from 9 months ago. I just put it on YouTube 9 months ago, but that thing has probably been on SoundCloud for years. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing this, bro. Like,
exactly. Like, I'll even think, like, when I was like, bro, before I declared and proclaimed my nationality, and like a brother of mine was like, yo, we can get you a deal, let's go and promote your stuff. And I'm just doing all these different things, promoting. Any show I did, they like, daggone, shorty, you the best rapper. It's just that, you know what I mean, you by yourself. Like, and I knew that. It's all good. You know what I mean? But, you know, the guy that brought his crowd to the show or whatever, it's like, come on, man. Even your peoples is trying their best not to show that they liking my shit better than your shit, for real. So again, like, when I saw you telling me that, when you were telling me those stories like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm just like, bro, I know that shit all too well, bro. So yeah, I'm just going, full support. So yeah, some of these songs that you have on here that I playlisted, because I know you got many other songs on the Paragon Rico YouTube channel, which a lot of people, everybody, and most of the descriptions lately, your link for your channel is there. They can go and listen to that. It's just that this particular playlist on 7 Hill Star that I chose is just, for me, my favorites. You see what I'm saying? Like my top 15, you know what I mean? When it comes to you. And this was something also when you had performed a few months back.
Right.
You had performed, and this is the playlist that people were listening to awaiting your performance, while you was the only being in this show who was broadcasting your performance internationally. Right. Because of the platform that we had.
I was the only living being that performed that night too.
Yeah, because everybody else was probably Negro, black, colored.
Because everybody else was metaphysically dead.
They were
or pardon me, metaphysically dying.
Right. I can't wait till next Friday either, bro.
Oh man, I think I gave too much. I gave too much. Let me stop.
No, it's all good. No, it's a perfect mention, man, because that's what we're going in on next Friday, man. Like seriously, that metaphysical death that people are acting out and then wondering why their bodies are going through certain things. It's because they're metaphysically dead, metaphysically dying, so to speak. So, however, with that being said, guys, you already know, in the description, it will be up there soon. You guys can go and click and make sure you subscribe to Paragon Rico music page, guys, and you can hear all of the different stylings that Brother Aura delivers. You see what I'm saying? And very soon, like I said, guys, there will be something. I'm putting some ideas together. I gotta make a whole bunch of tracks or whatever, and you guys are gonna hear a project that's all original music, and it's gonna be mostly Brother Aura and Brother Corey. I'm gonna do my best to make myself present vocally also on most, if not all, of the tracks along with you, because I have a plan. And I already know what Brother Corey and Brother R is going to do. And it's probably going to be the best music project you guys will hear this year. Seriously.
Yeah, no, it's probably going to be the hottest shit.
Yeah, it is. Ever. I mean, even in music,
of the 2023 years at least, you know what I'm saying, that we know that motherfuckers been dropping shit, like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the competence level is like, it's different than these other artists. And then the fact that we're already skilled artists and writers. So now using what we know with how we're in tune with the divine too, I'll fuck around and fast for 30 days just to write the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to come out with like, something that's so, motivational, uplifting and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, really gonna come correct.
Yeah, and then like people like Khaled will have to say, "We're the second best." That's what gonna have to say at that point. Seriously.
We thought we was the best.
We used to be the best.
Ooh, we
flat out, bro. But the people, let's see, guys, we're not just talking shit. We guarantee, like, seriously. You guys will see, you know what I mean? Because there are many different presentation ways that we present the lyric. And again, we're AstroCivics.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really listen to no other artists like that, bro. Like, I mainly bump my shit, like, especially like on my phone. Unless it's some type of mantra, you know what I'm saying, or like meditation sound. I think I got like 1 or 2 songs from Bob Marley, you know what I'm saying? Some of them old school. But other than that, bro, like, it's just my music on here, like, and I listen to it, and I don't listen to it all the time. I won't be listening to it for a while, and then one day I'll go through all of my classes, and I'll be like, damn, I am the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really be like, damn, like, each song is like fucking, like, I'm dropping science, like, yo, like, where, and I'm not trying to, like, act like I'm the only one, but like, if there's other beings, then, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna see the collabs, you're gonna see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all really
on 7 Hill Star, bro.
It's only
it's only 7, it's only within 7 Hill Star. I'm telling you, bro, it's only there. Everyone else Yay, we're glad you're more American and you're rapping. Yay. Great for you. However, I already know what Brother Aura and I and Brother Corey can actually see. I like how Brother Corey's style is just it's like Zangief on fucking Street Fighter. Like it's very power breaking. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to you and I, bro, it's like you can give us any type of track, any type of flow will come together, whether it's a shotgun flow or have it boom, you know what I mean, boom bap, drum and bass, whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? Like I already can see it. With what we did with this year was just the sprinkle.
Sprinkles of sea salt.
Just a little bit of the sprinkle right there, bro. Just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hit
So
'em with the sea salt.
it's just ultimately though, bro, you being my bro and me knowing what you went through musically, yo. That's why at the end of the day, like I really do seriously support you, bro. Cause I know what that can do when you know that you are great at what you do, bro. And so that's why I even told you before, like, bro, I can only relate to you. So I wouldn't want to, you know what I mean? If I'm looking at myself as great, why wouldn't I be with someone else that I know that's great? No, it's not only so-called one great. It's just that if there's a whole bunch of great ones, then yeah, let's do it. I don't think anyone else outside of Seven Hillstar is as great. Period. They would have to prove themselves.
I mean, they got to show themselves to be great measures at the end of the day. I mean, are they Mohammedans or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they, or are they not? So,
bro, nobody else respectfully that's more American can really fuck with us lyrically, melodically, on the songwriting.
Yeah, no.
Come on, bro.
I know for a fact.
For real.
I know for a fact because I put way too many hours into it, bro. Like way too many hours.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking years of hours. I guarantee you, I've been practicing my shit for years.
I'm there with you, bro. For me, it's been since I think I started writing when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. That's when I started. You see what I'm saying? And when you and I do what we do, or me and you and the other bros, we do what we do, it only adds to that. So it's like all the new music that you've dropped, bro, is been.
By the way, I do got some new stuff like that I'm just sitting on. I'm just like, I'm just, dealing with other things, obviously handling my own affairs, constantly studying, constantly, you know what I mean? With the family always. So it's like, I just ain't been on the music lately, but definitely when I come back, I'm probably gonna drop like 2 or 3 at a time.
I think at the end of the day, bro, whatever you drop is going to be super fucking great because I can relate so wholeheartedly, bro, from the previous conversations we had, bro. Like, that's why it's just like, I can't wait till we put this project together because I know we do a project together, we do individual projects. People are going to be like, yo, hold the fuck up. They can form like Voltron and then independent, like singularly do their own thing too. And I ain't gonna front. I have all the confidence in it because I know you already know how my mind's thinking. I'm thinking the long term as far as how like so-called record labels look at projects.
Mm-hmm.
You already know where my mindset is, bro, just from the different music theory conversations we just had with the bros along the way. You know what I'm saying? From different videos I was showing you with me looking at different engineers that I enjoy, just their lectures, just different engineers' lectures. And then be like, all right, bro, that's why when I did this song like this and I mixed it and mastered it like this, boom, 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 is what was happening there. It's like, oh, like, yeah, because I want to bring out our greatness. I don't want anybody feeling like, oh, damn, I don't sound as great as whatever. You see what I'm saying? No, fuck that. I want everybody to bring out the best in them. And I want to make sure I'm being the brother that I know I can be to make that happen. Because I've been in those shoes where people just, I'll be on some other shit. And it's like, nah, bro, you are. You see what I'm saying? Great, bro. Like, seriously. So I'm not going to add any, I wouldn't be fucking with you if you wasn't. Honestly, on that music shit. Like, yeah, no. Like I wouldn't be like for real. It's just like nah. When I heard what you could do, and I saw that at the end of the day, you was just missing somebody really like fucking with making sure your shit sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I never
It was
really
easy. It was an easy decision for me, bro. Like seriously, it was a super easy decision. You know what I mean?
Islam. Yeah, I never took the time to learn how to do you know what I mean, all the mixing and mastering myself. However,
You will, Sam.
yeah, I might fuck around and drop something after this. I might record some tonight because it's kind of quiet. But yes, government Latin gubernaculum. Did you want to
Hold
say
on, hold
something
on, hold on.
before
Let me
we?
answer
Yeah.
this real quick. We're reading from the 1914. This is volume 2. It's 3 volumes, right? There's like A through E, then F through M, and then N through Z, right? This is F through M. This is Bouvier's, John Bouvier's Law Dictionary and Concise Encyclopedia, third Rawls revision. So the third revision by Francis Rawl, 8th edition, third revision, volume 2, PDF, right? This is within Prophet Noble Drali University, right? And guys, thank you for enjoying, you know, the introduction. I mean, I'm not going to hold any cards at all. You see what I'm saying? Because first of all, I'm not playing. My bros are the best at what they do. Seriously. And I am like honored to be a part of it. You see what I'm saying? And really honored to actually, you know what I mean, have the brothers that I have. Because I'm telling you, when we do this music project in this book, it's going to be a wrap, bro. Like a lot of people going, they really think last Friday was something. All we're doing is just clipping the pinky nail every time it grows. Clipping, like, here's the pinky nail clipping of information that we actually have that we want to share with you all, like, because we would love to. That pinky nail clipping was 5 hours and 47 seconds.
Right, they didn't even
Friday
get
was
a
just
thumbnail.
passed.
They just got the pinky nail.
That was just the pinky nail clipping. All right, I yield to you, bro. I'm gonna see who's in the chat while we're doing this. I yield, beloved brother. Islam.
Islam, government, Latin, gubernaculum, a rudder. The Romans compared the state to a vessel and applied the term gubernator, helmsman, to the leader or actual ruler of the state. That'll be the governor, right? From the Latin, what was that?
Indeed. Oh, okay, hold on 2 seconds. I get it now, baby. I think she's talking to son. I get who Barry Intelligent is today. Okay, got it. That's legally attractive, Mother Sia Marie. I think Barry Intelligent is the mother I was assisting today with the blocks, because she just said, Hasan, thanks for helping with the cubes. And it's like, okay, so that's who Barry Intelligent is, all right? All right, cool, we get it now. All righty. Brother R, just really briefly, 7 Judah is in the chat, Barry Intelligent, which is Mother Sia. Mother Sahar says greetings, and she says, yes, the music's very melodic. She said, never sail, right? Indeed. Very Intelligent says 21 strongs, right? Yeah, that's how much it's been going on. He said, all right, now go. He's fire, right? Once our brother Tyro's here. Right. Very Intelligent says quasi. Antonio Bay says Islam, kindred, peace and love. Islam to you all. Like I said, guys, I know it's seemingly late, maybe early, presentation. However, Brother R is going in, and just already when you read the part about, a rudder, right, which is the portion that's in the water that when someone's at the helm, spinning the helm, right, that wheel, it has the many handles from the spokes in it, right, that helps to turn the rudder that's in the water so the ship can turn, so to speak. However, now people can see why maritime law is being used in the state, right? Because these people are having so-called English law courts being Romans.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was you saying, bro? Where'd you stop your wisdom?
Yeah, I know I've shared this story before, but I guess I'll bring it up again because it's relevant. I was in the so-called family court, and I was trying to get some paperwork, and they were trying to charge me. And I had the Constitution on me, and they ended up calling some of the policy enforcers, security, actually from there. I guess they're like so-called marshals or whatnot, right? They're limited jurisdiction. I just remember holding it in their face, like, you know what I mean, like, and showing them, on Section 10. This is when I thought, if I just show it to them, they would comply. I thought that these people were ignorant, like they didn't know it, you know what I mean? So, but it's like they know it, they just don't care, like they're doing things a certain way. So one of the guys leans into me, it was like 3 or 4 of them. One of them leans in and he says, when you're in Rome, do as Romans do. And that's one of those times, those moments where I was like, man, these motherfuckers know, you know what I mean? Like they know we Moors, they know that they're occupying, they know this is Morocco. Like more and more things confirmed it to me throughout my journey, you know what I'm saying? And every time I read about this Roman shit, I always remember that story when that guy said that to me. But I told him well, we're not in Roman, you know what I'm saying? It's Morocco. And
yeah, like Brother Taj said in that one video, when you walk amongst the Romans, you better be Moabite, for real. I think that was in a Divine Warning video that he was in with Dewey. Right? when you walk amongst the Romans, you better be Moabite, for real. You know what I mean? So yeah, I totally get it, man. Like this is not Rome. However, bro, I yield the floor to you, bro.
Islam. Can you oh wait, hold on, that's me.
Yeah, I had zoomed in so that everyone can see.
Okay. All right, so it says from the Latin, this word has passed into, well, hold on. The Romans compared the state to a vessel. So again, that's what we're talking about, the whole ship. The whole state is considered to be a vessel, right? A ship. And applied the term gubernator, helmsman, right? To the leader, actual ruler of the ship, the state. So the captain,
which is the executive power, the governor. Gubernator.
So the Latin, this word, or from the Latin, this word has passed into most of the modern European languages. That institution or aggregate of institutions by which a state makes and carries out those rules of action which are necessary to enable men to live in a social state, or which are imposed upon the people forming a state. It enables the men or imposed upon them.
And it's funny, enable them to live in a social state, which means because they're on this fucking boat under some gubernator, right? Under some gubernator. They need something to keep them under the hypnosis of enjoying being on this ship.
Oh, that's the slave ship. The slave ship are all the states. So then when they're talking about, oh, where's the slave ship? I don't see no evidence of a slave ship. Yeah, I don't either, because when they say, oh, we all on the same boat, no, the fuck we not. What boat?
Islam.
We understand in modern political science by state, in its widest sense, an independent society, acknowledging no superior, and by the term government, that institution or aggregate of institutions by which that society makes and carries out those rules of action which are necessary to enable men to live in a social state, or which are imposed upon the people forming that society by those who possess the power or authority of prescribing them. I like how it says no superior.
no superior, right? Which means
Okay.
it's a independent society. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to remove the covers from all secret societies.
Indeed.
I yield.
Government is the aggregate of authorities which rule a society. By administration, again, we understand in modern times, and especially in more or less free countries, the aggregate of those persons in whose hands the reins of government are for the time being. The chief ministers or heads of departments, but the terms.
So hold on. So another term for like the secretary of the Department of the Interior is really the chief minister of the Department of the of the Interior Department.
Right.
The Interior Department's chief minister. Let's take out the ups.
Especially because they're operating ministerially. But the terms state government and administration are not always used in their strictness. The government of a state being its most prominent feature, which is most readily perceived, government has frequently been used for state. And the publicists of the last century almost always use the term government or form of government when they discuss the different political societies or states. On the other hand, government is often used to this day for administration in the sense in which it has been explained.
Administration.
We shall give in this article.
Hold on, time out. Which means like the term government has been used to make sure McDonald's is running like McDonald's wants McDonald's to run. Like has nothing to do with beings that aren't employees pertaining to McDonald's.
Right.
So this just like how McDonald's is a building, so is the state of New York and the state of Maryland and the state of North Carolina. Guess what else? The state of Connecticut, state of Vermont, state of California, state of Washington, state of Texas, state of Nevada, state of Florida, all have a building that's called their capital building, right? Which means anything outside the area of that building. When I mean area, I'm talking about the walls, the edges of the walls, and going along the perimeter of the building. Anything outside that building is not the state of corporation. But it's on the street of, I don't care what street it's on. That street that it's on is not the state.
That street is like, let's not, I hope nobody would say that stupid shit. Like, that street is just paved, bro. They put a fucking piece of metal with another piece of metal and printed some shit, a name on it. Like, stop the dumb shit. Earthquake will fucking make that street not be that street again. Like, real fast.
And they try to use it like, all right, well, if the bricks is a structure, then why don't we structure what the people are traveling on? And so then we'll say that they're riding in the state. No.
Like they're driving on the ship.
Driving in the building on the ship. No, that's not what's happening. What people have done is littered on the earth and termed it concrete or asphalt, and then said it's a street, an avenue, a boulevard. When really, at the end of the day, that was being done because those of us here in Morocco who recognized that these beings wanted to do, you know what I mean? They wanted to have things for themselves because they're fucking slaves. And what we did to give these slaves, because the first slaves, respectfully saying, be not upset, our Albion sons and daughters. However, the modern European, the reason we call the pale skin the modern European, because the original European is copper toned.
Facts.
Get it through your heads that the various olive shade people, the various copper toned beings on the planet are everywhere on the planet.
First,
First.
because there's pale skin people everywhere now, but
And the
yeah.
pale skin is called the modern European because they're actually developed in a laboratory at Patagonia, which is now contemporarily called Argentina. So you're not even Europeans.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Oh, don't believe anything we say. Just go into Prophet Noble Drew Ali University and start looking at some of the books that we give you access to for free, unlimitedly. It's not like, oh, you've been a part of Prophet Noble Drew Ali University for a year. Let me know, a year's been up. You got to be you got to give membership again to be a part of it for a whole nother year. We don't do that. We're counting on you recognizing that you got something without exchanging your Federal Reserve notes for it. And let's see if you recognize how shitty of a student you are because you didn't give it value because you didn't exchange Cash App for it, for access for it, or PayPal, or a Zelle. Let's see if you love yourself. Wasn't last Sunday? How's hating yourself going? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Let's give them this for free and see if they love themselves. Damn, they won't take it seriously unless we put a number on it. And I'm mean. I'm arrogant. I'm just a shit talker. No. This is real love. And I'm pointing out to you why Prophet Noble Drew Ali said you are here to learn to love instead of hate. Can you see how you already come out the pussy hating yourself? You came out that womb hating yourself. And what proves it is when you don't go into Prophet Noble Drew Ali University and study what we're sharing with you freely every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. How dare you?
How dare you?
Call yourself a scholar or a student? How dare you look at yourself and say you're conscious when you don't even love yourself long enough nor well enough to take something that you need and to eat it metaphysically, right? Oh, hold on, we still giving up too much next Friday.
Oh, we could talk about last Friday, that bread.
That bread, they're not getting that spiritual bread, huh?
They're not getting that universal substance.
Lucky Astro Cookie.
Somebody's nutrient deficient. Looking at we shall give in this article a classification of all governments and political societies which have existed and exist to this day. Governments or the authorities of societies are like societies themselves, grown institutions. See institution.
Wow. Wow. Governments or the authorities of societies. Yo, what the fuck? Yo. For you Moorish Americans, don't we have our authority on the back of the 101 questions for Moorish Americans?
Yo, that's just saying authorities. So they're saying that authorities of societies are like societies themselves.
And
so
this
you're
takes
saying
you back. Hold on.
The societies. Go ahead.
This takes us back to this. I gotta go to the notes, bro. Just real quick. It's reminding me of this right here. I promise you that's what it's reminding me of right now, bro. This right here.
Yeah, terms employed in the art of right. Ignoratis terminis artis agnoratur et ars. The terms employed in an art being unknown, the art is also unknown.
And that's from this actual dictionary that we're reading. And look what it says. Governments or the authorities of societies are like societies themselves.
So it's like, so who's the authority of the society that's governing that's being the authority of the society? If the government itself is like a society, and societies have authorities to govern them, who's governing the government? It's supposed to be the people.
But are they grown enough?
Nah, they're worried about watching fucking Love and Hip Hop and fucking, doing everything else that the Lord self pleases to do. Falling for distractions all day instead of growing mentally, spiritually, and physically. They are never.
Go ahead. Are you?
Yeah, they are never actually created by agreement or compact. Whoa.
Now look, grown institutions is what I was saying, because institute means understanding state, just like constitution is withstanding state. So have they grown to understand how to govern oneself?
No,
And
because
again,
they don't have the real science pertaining to themselves. They don't give you the science of yourself, but they will give you doctors and sorcery. That's what they give you.
wow.
They are never actually created by agreement or compact, even where portions of government are formed by agreement. As, for instance, when a certain family is called to rule over a country, the contracting parties must previously be conscious of having authority to do so. As society originates with the family, so does authority or government.
So now, where do governments come from then?
From the womb of thy mother, various and wavering. From the loins of thy from the loins of thy father, you know what I'm saying? Inherited thy instability. How shall thou be firm then?
Look at that. Look at that. Are you honoring your ancient foremothers and forefathers? Because it seems like people are not governing themselves accordingly. And you think that some corporation, some federal corporation, some state corporation, some city or county, which is municipal corporation, is your mother? That's your mama? Your mama so corporate. How corporate is she? Your mother is the most horrible being on the planet, then. The most horrible dead entity ever. Your mother. If that's the case, because the world is in need of honoring their ancient foremothers and forefathers so that their days are long upon the earth land. I yield, bro. Nowhere. Yeah. Or now here, let me stop. Go ahead. Nowhere.
Right. Nowhere do men exist without authority among them, even though it were but in its mere incipiency. Right? That's like the inception.
Hold on. Nowhere do minds exist without authority among them. In other words, to me, that's speaking about the laws of nature, despite if anybody writes up.
Yeah, there's always an authority because, again, nature's the only law that one is bound by without first having to have some type of written express consent. I think that consent was made prior to coming here.
Period. That's it. That's all.
Men are forced into this state of things by the fundamental law that with them and with them alone of all mammals, the period of dependence of the young upon its parents outlasts by many years the period of lactation. So in other words,
yeah, you're only on the titty for a little bit of time.
Right, no, but the people are taking longer. Like the men and women, they're on the titty extra long. You know what I'm saying? Most animals are already doing their own thing at a certain age, and the humans are still trying to hold your hand. 30 years old in a stroller. So that during this period of post-lactational dependence, time and opportunity are given for the development of affection and the habit of obedience on the one hand, and of affection and authority on the other, as well as the mutual dependence. Imagine you're sending your child to school, their authority figures are federal agents. The family is a society. The family is a society.
Jesus.
So I don't want to hear that. Well, no, but Ali said to be a faithful member of society, and the society is governed by the administrators and the gubernatorial, and so we are U.S. citizens. No, don't ever project that hypnosis ever again.
For real, I reject their deposit.
Yeah, I rebuke your demo system.
Flat out.
The faithful member of society is of your family. That's why you even have your Quran. So you can, with those lessons, you're supposed to teach your children and your loved ones. That's the society you're supposed to be part of. The family is a society and expands into clusters of families, into tribes.
Not Indian tribes.
Non-statutory.
Yeah, non-statutory tribes.
And larger societies, collecting into communities, always carrying the habit and necessity of authority and mutual support along with them. As men advance, the great and pervading law of mutual dependence shows itself more and more clearly and acts more and more intensely. Man is eminently a social being, not only as to an instinctive love of aggregation, not only as to material necessity and security, but also as to mental and affectional development, and not only as to a given number of existing beings, or what we will call as to extent, but also as to descent of generation after generation, or as we may call it, transmission.
So how can you not honor your ancient foremothers and forefathers when what's being transmitted generation after generation is what it is that we need to be in honor and stay in honor? Where did you learn this dishonor from?
Oh, MTV. MTV Cribs. I saw MTV Cribs. I just knew I was a gangster after that. I had to. I had
to get a crib and then pimp my ride to make myself another exhibit amongst society. Let me stop.
Said take your place amongst the affairs of men, not, be an undesirable amongst men.
Flat out.
Society and man, generation to generation. Yeah. So, so you're, instead of you getting that generational wisdom from your ancient mothers and fathers returned, you guys are out there being miseducated by some people that's doing it as a freaking job. They're not even probably even have any of the same spiritual values as or culture or anything. Like, you're probably being taught by a meat eater. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know who's like, yo, this shit is crazy. They let anybody teach, bro. The government gives them the curriculum. This is what you teach. We give you this much and you teach it. And some people that really want to teach go and do it. And those people that really want to teach the children, they probably know that it's horrible. They end up quitting. And the other ones, they just stay there and collect the check. They know it's some bullshit. Society and its government along with it are continuous. Government exists and continues among men, and laws have authority for generations which neither made them nor had any direct representation in making them. because the necessity of government necessary according to the nature of social man and to his wants is a continuous necessity.
So in other words, whether somebody writes some shit or not, nature is going to take its course on how he wants to feel socially civilized.
Right.
However, he doesn't have to put anybody else under the yoke of his social civilization.
Right.
And be like, you're not doing what I think you should be doing. Hey, look, man, take you and your control issues over there.
Right.
For real. Unless you're in agreement to be in honor and stay in honor, right? So that doesn't mean that Moorish Americans that want to be part-time Moorish Americans, I'm not saying that it's okay for you to be a part-time Moorish American. I'm definitely not saying that.
Yeah.
Flat out.
But the family is not only the institution from which once, at a distant period, society, authority, government across the family.
Arose. I think it's saying arose. Yeah.
Pardon me, where we at? Okay, I see. Okay, government arose. Got you. But the family is not only the institution. Is not only the institution from which once, at a distant period, society, authority, government arose. The family increases in importance, distinctness, and intensity of action as man advances and continues to develop authority, obedience, affection, and social adhesiveness, and thus acts with references to the state as the feeder acts with reference to the canal.
Hold up. Wow.
So like, see, that's why, man.
Like
that's
the
why
birth canal, I guess they're saying. But anyway, go ahead.
No, well, I'm seeing it like, like if you think about a farmer who has to feed his people, that canal is crucial. You know what I'm saying? Like, the state originates daily anew in the family. Anew.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Daily anew in the family.
So when we were briefly going over the, eating that spiritual manna, in the Biblios Heliotech, the anthropomorphic tale is talking about when manna from heaven came down to feed those that were leaving out of mental bondage to sense consciousness, leaving out of Egypt, as Moses was leading them in their exodus out of Egypt, and they were on their way to the promised land, spiritual consciousness. They had to eat. Say it again. Yeah, exactly.
The body renewed.
Correct. They had to eat the manna that was provided for that day, and they were instructed to not save the manna for the next day because it will have worms. So in other words, the mind state that you're eating from today, you can't eat from that mind state the next day because it will have worms. In other words, it will have things that are inconsistent for the next day, because the next day calls for other realms and terms pertaining to thought.
Yeah.
So somebody trying to perpetuate, you're in the state of Maryland, you're in the state of North Carolina, the Commonwealth of Virginia, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. That only lasts on a case-by-case basis for those that have a contract, an oath of office, and a autograph certified statement that says they agree to that type of event during that particular period in time. That is not something that's in perpetuity. Is that clear? Are you guys getting this? Are you guys, seriously, are you getting this? Bro, honestly, I know it's 1366, 1367, all the way to the bottom of 1368. we can leave that for everyone else to read. I think what we can do is probably finish up, I guess, was right here on 1366. And guys, remember this book, right? Again, which is 1914, John Bouvier's Law Dictionary and Concise Encyclopedia, 3rd revision. 8th edition, 3rd revision by Francis Rawl, volume 2. This is in Prophet Noble Drew Ali University. Are you guys even like, and then when Friday comes, guys, I ain't gonna even tell you what scripture we're going in on. Because I'm gonna wait till we get there, but it's definitely, we're dealing with some physicians here when we get there, right? And I want you guys to be able to see what Prophet Noble Drew Ali was saying. Don't throw away your Bibles. I'm gonna use them to condemn the government, to condemn what you thought was your family, so that you can now be in honor pertaining to your ancient foremothers and forefathers. You're here to regain your lost estate in a conflict which cannot be told in words, because you need to go within, east. You need to go east and spiritually eat, so you can stop spiritually dying.
Man.
I mean, bro, it's on Friday. Like, this is the last Friday before the Zodiacal Tropic New Year.
Oh yeah.
Or the Tropical New Year, bro. Like, it's a wrap, man.
I think I might bring in the new year with a fast. I might have to do like a couple days, and then at that degree, I'm breaking fast.
Ramadan starts the 22nd too, so I already know from the 22nd March to the 21st April, I'm not going to be eating while the sun's up anyway. So I'm really like, yeah, we're going to, because so you already know those next couple of Fridays after next Friday, boy, people think we light speeding with what we shared this Friday that just passed in that 5-hour, 47-second presentation.
And it's about to warm up. I'm about to be outside again, planting my feet again.
Bruh, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. People are lucky we're not flying and teleporting right now, because that's what it's coming to. I'm serious.
We're not doing the classes by astral projecting into people's living rooms. Like,
it's about to come though. People gonna be like, dang, I really wish I could see Brother Hasan and Brother Ara and other brothers. And like, all right, man, y'all ready to take this trip real quick? Let's astral project real quick to their living room.
Oh, cool. You got one of them hologram things too? Yeah, sure. Hologram, yeah. You say so.
Yeah, if you say so. No, we're just basically getting our Larry Masha on, basically. You know what I mean?
My white dove. Get my white dove on.
Basically. All right, bro. I guess we can go in on a couple more of these sentences, man, and then yield. But you guys got homework. You guys are going to find this law dictionary and encyclopedia in Prophet Noble Drew Ali University, right? You can go check the description. If you're already part of it, great. If you're not, you can check the description once I, edit the description, and, for this video. You can find it there, or you can look at the video we just did Friday. And you look in our description, there's tons of links for you guys to benefit from. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali University is clearly one of them. Maybe I can put Prophet Noble Drew Ali University's link in the chat right now for you guys, right? While Brother Ara continues to read. Although mind is an eminently social being, he is also individual, morally, intellectually, and physically. And though his individuality may endure even beyond this life, he is compelled by his physical condition to appropriate and to produce, and thus to imprint his individuality upon the material world around, to create property. But man is wow.
Yeah.
What? My
Yeah.
germs. Mwah, my germs. That's what that is. I need to imprint my
That's why,
individuality upon the Egyptian world
right.
to create something that I can cherish that's for my mental bondage to sense consciousness.
The spiritual wisdom is supposed to be naturally passed down so that the natural trajectory of our progeny is to reach Israel. You see what I'm saying? To exit Egypt, come into Israel, and maintain that. You see what I'm saying? And become immortals, and bring all those good things back on the planet. Let's see. But man is not only an appropriating and producing.
Man, that's what it's saying.
Yeah, right.
It just says and appropriating and producing. Man.
Right. He is also an exchanging being. That's that whole.
So it was going to be a being, I guess. It would say there instead of man. It would say being, but it's not saying person. I'll tell you that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that whole Kabbalistic principle of giving. You know what I mean? And then that whole you do good unto your fellow man, you do good unto Allah. He always exchanges and always intercommunicates. This constant intertwining of man's individualism and socialism creates mutual claims of protection, rights, the necessity of rules or laws. In one word, as individuals and as natural members of society, men produce and require government.
Wow, time out. They produce and again ask for.
It is produced because it is produced. So it is produced because it is required.
That's one USC, one insane person.
So it's saying it is produced because it is required.
Say that one more time, bro.
They're saying it is like, are they saying it's produced because it's required?
They're saying that it's produced and, because remember, government starts with family, and they again ask for it. Again, require, to question and ask for. This constant intertwining of minds, individualism, intertwining individualism and socialism. I want to be by myself. Oh, I want to be with people. Oh, I want to be by myself. Oh, I want to be with people. Creates mutual claims of protection. Rights
and
necessities. The necessity of rules and the necessity of laws.
I mean, of course, as a rule of engagement, it's got to be some type of, you know what I mean? You can't just come up and like, disrespect. You know what I'm saying? People ain't really going for that. However, it's gotten to the point where people don't realize when one is exercising a right or when they're being disrespected. You think you're being disrespected because somebody's exercising their freedoms. That's a problem. Your thinking is fucked up.
That's why I said that's one USC, one insane person, bro. When you read that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, in one word, as individuals and as natural members pertaining to society, minds, men, produce and again ask for. Mind rulership, government. They ask for there to be a helmsman. Rule type of living. Why can't they govern themselves accordingly? Why are they asking for yo? That's some nut house shit, bro. It's nut house shit, bro. No society, how you?
Yeah, no society, no cluster of men, no individuals handed together, even for a temporary purpose, can exist without some sort of government instantly springing up.
Because somebody's going to try to control somebody because they forgot how to honor their ancient foremothers and forefathers.
Hmm? The
And another
government,
reason why it's going to spring up because people need to respect each other's space, but it doesn't have to be, oh, I force you to be like, no, it's, hey, golden rule. Golden rule is the best kind of governing. I don't fuck with you, don't fuck with me. That's easy. The golden rule.
no animals have a government. No authority exists among them. Instinct and physical submission alone exists among them. Man alone has laws which ought to be obeyed, but may be disobeyed. Expansion, accumulation, development, progress, relapses, disintegration, violence, error, superstition, the necessity of intercommunication, wealth and poverty, peculiar disposition, temperament, configuration of the country, traditional types, pride and avarice, knowledge and ignorance, sagacity of individuals, taste, activity, and sluggishness, noble or criminal bias, position, both geographical and chronological, all that affects numbers of men affects their governments, and an endless variety of governments and political societies has been the consequence.
The consequence.
Hmm.
The reason why there's a variety is because there's a new state of thinking every day, daily.
And it's leaving an imprint.
And so it's like, and then people want to like live in the past. Well, yesterday we did it like this. Cool. How about yesterday? Well, how about what you recognize about yesterday is, okay, yesterday someone had something in their possession. If you know that that's in their possession, they're still utilizing it. Even if they go, oh, let me take a nap, and then I wake up and they expect it to be there. That doesn't mean, well, since you done laid down and rest and recharge, quote unquote, went to sleep, now I make claim to that. No. Why not? Why can't I? Hold on. Let's sit down now and spring up this governing way of things are going to get to be handled so that we don't have to fight over something that I have. How did I get it? 9 times out of 10, I made myself get it. And now look at you showing me that you can't govern yourself. So you want to take what I have.
Right. Yeah. But whatever form of government may present itself to us, the fundamental idea, however rudely conceived, is always the protection of society and its members, security of property in person, the administration of justice, therefore, and the united efforts of society to furnish the means to authority to carry out its objects contribution, which, viewed as imposed by authority, is taxation.
Look at that. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 rears its head.
And so again, so how, man, taxation without representation? Where are the nationals represented at? Not the U.S. nationals. Where are the Moorish American nationals represented at in their legislature when their General Assembly is against our religion? Their whole thing is in Egypt. Like your whole thing is based on living outside of yourself.
Islam. I think even back here, I'm just listening to you where it said no individuals, I think you say handed. I think that's banded now that I think about banded together, because now it's about to talk about those bands of robbers. Oh, go ahead, bro. Do your thing. What you were
Those
saying.
bands of robbers, which occasionally have risen in disintegrating societies, as in India, and who merely robbed and devastated, avowing that they did not mean to administer justice or protect the people, form no exception, although the extent of their solidarity.
Not soldiery.
Oh, soldiery, okay. So yeah, soldiery. And the periodicity of their raids caused them to be called governments. What little of government continued to exist was still the remnant of the communal government of the oppressed hamlets.
Hamlets is like ghettos, hoods.
Islam. While the robbers themselves could not exist without a government among themselves.
Whoa.
So they're basically saying the cartel became the government.
And at the end of the day, that's why you got people out here in what they call uniforms, shiny pieces of metal on their chest, and a firearm, talking about pull over, you were moving too fast, or get out of this house, even though we don't have a delegation of authority from the beings who delegate you being in houses or apartments.
Right.
Those are the very robbers. You know what I mean? However, bro, okay.
It ain't much. I'll knock it out.
All right. We'll end at large, people at large, and then everyone else can go into the rest of it for their homework. I yield.
Islam. Aristotle classified governments according to the seat of supreme power, and he has been generally followed down to very recent times.
That's why I said the state is where the governor sits his ass.
Right. Accordingly, we had monarchy, that government in which the supreme power is vested in one man, to which was added at a later period the idea of hereditariness, aristocracy, the government in which the supreme power is vested in the
epistle,
which does not mean, in this case, the best, but the excelling ones, the prominent, i.e., that is by property and influence.
Pardon me, that's not epistle. That's because that's a row. Pardon me. That's actually Aristotle.
Islam.
I think that's or Aristoi, if I'm not mistaken, because that's Greek. That's Alpha, if I'm not mistaken, Alpha Rho. What is that? Iota, Alpha Rho, Iota, Sigma, Tau, Omicron, Iota. Yeah,
Iota,
so that's Aristoi. Pardon me, not epistle. That's Aristoi. Forgive me. I forgot. I'm sitting there like, hold on, no, that's Greek. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I yield.
All right. Privilege is its characteristic. Its corresponding degenerates government is the oligarchy from something like that.
Oligos. That's Omicron, Lambda, Iota, Gamma, Omicron, final Sigma. Because Sigma is written 3 different ways. It's written one way at the beginning, one way in the middle, one way at the end of a word, so to speak.
Islam. Little few. That government in which supreme power is exercised by a few privileged ones who generally have aggregated the power. Democracy, that government in which supreme power is vested in the people at large. And
Democracy, that government in which the supreme power is vested.
That's why. Is that the lie that they use to make people think that they want a democracy?
Well, if the people really know, remember when you were showing a few classes
Because a
ago,
republic is a representative government.
you was like the Nevada state government, at the top of it is the
Those
voters
the people, right?
of Nevada.
The people,
So,
yeah, voters, right?
When they do not comprehend the power that they have, it boils down to mobocracy. And that
Right.
mobocracy boils down to an oligarchy.
The
And
majority.
that oligarchy eventually becomes an aristocracy, because now the people, not knowing their own power, have now outsourced what they have to someone else, some mercenaries who witness the weakness of the beings not knowing how to govern themselves at large, therefore now becoming the little few of which are these mercenaries, who then allow themselves to get a lot of the people's wealth, and then once the people are destitute or poor, now they're the aristos or aristoi, and now you have an aristocracy on your hands, due to the fact that the people who thought they were being a democracy, so to speak, should have been in a republic state of mind, whereas the democracy is for the good of the many, whereas republic is respecting each other's rights.
Mm-hmm. Democracy is for straight up, 60% said get jabs, so everybody got to go, you know what I mean? No, that's why what they try to do is flood the continent with idiots who are just going to follow orders. You know what I mean? With people who don't really know how this shit goes or the history behind it. So then they can say, well, look, everybody knows that it's a real thing that you should be scared of.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe.
Just because you got 10 million idiots who watch your news channel and believe what you say doesn't mean that the other, 20 million beings need to do anything. You know what I mean? It's not even the majority anymore. Like, really, I know when we're talking about, was it Molech? Was it Molech? Or
where people are worshiping the public opinion?
Yeah, where it talks about, like, it seems like there's more of them than the good, than the positive beings or whatnot. And
basically.
And really, you know what I mean? Yeah. People just need to study.
Flat out, bro. And again, what were we reading? Wow, that's from the Cornell Law Library, bro. Like the website we go to look at statutes and whatnot. Cornell Law School Library. Look at that little citadel. Right? Right? And what book are we reading? Right? We are reading, once again, Bouvier's Law Dictionary, a concise encyclopedia of the law, Rawls revision. Bouvier's Law Dictionary and Concise Encyclopedia by John Bouvier. Ignoratis terminis ignorator et ars, right? 8 ars, right? Then there's something in French there. Je sais que chaque science est chaque art a ses termes propres in chonus, because I think that means
I know that I'm shaking shit up with the science.
Flat out, bro. Like, let's just see if we looked up the French, right? Let's see if we looked up.
Because like je sais is like Jose, I know. Que is like what, but it might be different. I mean, I'm reading
Or
it like
that is possibly that.
Or that, right?
You know what I mean? Because my mom knows French probably a little better than I do, even though I took like 4 years of it. Let's see. Let's translate. Go. It's going to bring up Valentine's again. I know that each science and each art has its own terms unknown to ordinary men.
See, I was close. I know that. I'm shaking shit up with the science. Close.
Right?
I
It's
know.
funny how that
Man, I
came
was
out.
pretty close. I know that each science and each art has its own terms unknown to ordinary men. Right? You would have to be the scientist to know it. That's why we're more scientists.
Flat out, bro.
There's nothing
And
else to be. There's literally nothing else to be.
indeed, man. Indeed. You see how ohms is men, just like hombre,
Yes. Yes.
right? So it's funny. And then we had, spoke about what's there just
Oh
above it
snap.
in Latin, right?
So ohms is men and hombre is man and home is where they say where you know what I mean where the heart is, right?
Wow, right? Home is where the heart is, right?
And
Home,
then
heart,
home is also where you basically where you live, right? So your
right?
home is your body, right? Which is a
Mhm.
projection of your thoughts. It's basically right. Oh, let's not give that. Let's not give that this week. Get it?
That's why, man, Friday's going to be amazing, right? But now also we can see why that French is under this Latin here. You know what I mean? Why is it like that? The terms employed in an art being unknown,
The art is also unknown
the art is also unknown. Why? Because it is known
because
that each science and each art has its own terms, unknown to ordinary men. So in other words, if each art and each science has its own terms and someone doesn't know it, then that art is unknown. However, they'll try to say ignorance to the law is no excuse. Or are they using art and a science, jurisprudence?
ignorance of the art is no excuse.
Ignorance of the jurisprudence is no excuse.
Well, it's like all right. Well, it's not fair. He's a triple time black belt. That's why he kicked my ass. Well, if you're ignorant of that art, why were you, trying to play that? Why were you? Why are you trying to fight if you don't know how to fight, basically?
Or at least learn something well enough that it's a knockout punch off the break.
Right.
Like seriously. So
For defensive purposes, of course.
So yeah, those are the notes for Friday coming up. And so maybe we can, kind of, and I'll still mix things. I know I'm going to be putting metaphysical terms right there for what we're going over. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that. So let's come back here, bro. All you guys, thank you for joining us. Mother Sahar giving her claps. And C. Thomas says Islam to you, brother. Right? So with that being said, guys, let's enjoy a rest and recharge, right? You guys are gonna see us, see I and Brother Sean later on today for Intuition Monday, because it's technically Monday right now. Right? It's all of 100 hours and 29 minutes on the East Coast, while it's still Sunday where Brother R is. It's another AstroCivics Sunday, Monday, leading up to Intuition Monday. So with that being said, guys,
another AstroCivics someday. Someday, huh?
Someday,
Monday.
Let me stop.
Yeah.
Sun Monday.
Wednesday.
Monday. Yeah, you're hilarious, bro. All right,
Yeah.
I give you the host, bro. So, with that being said, guys, look, we thank you all for joining us. Do your homework, right? And make sure you guys go and access that
work.
Basically. And guys, when you go to like the Google Drive and you want to look for dictionaries and stuff, I will let you know it's within the law dictionaries, right? That second one from the top there, that second folder where it says law_etymologies dictionaries _, and it's all within Prophet Noble Drew University, as you can see up there at the top, right? And however, if you just wanted to look for you like, okay, I'm not gonna go through these folders. There's a search button here at the top right-hand corner. And I think you can literally type in 1914 and look what pops up. Look what pops up. All three volumes.
Not screen sharing though, you know that, right?
What'd you say?
You're not screen sharing though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesante. Perdóneme. Let me do that again. Screen share. Right? I'm sitting here all going through it. Let's go back. And so you guys want to find it within Prophet Noble Dryly University. You're here at the beginning. You want to find it. Like I said, you could scroll down, click on where it says Grace Gives Fruition, Moorish History, Law Study Library. And then the second folder from the top, it says Law _ Etymologies Dictionary. You click there. And then you could scroll down and look for 1914. And when you see 1914, you can stop. And they're in order. First edition, second edition, third edition, even though you can't see past the ellipse. Ellipse is the 3 dots. When people say ... that's an ellipse, right? So you can't see past the ellipse. Right. Cool. What we'll do is, let's say you're here at Prophet Noble Dryly University, and you're like, I don't want to do all that clicking. Okay, top right-hand corner, there's a search option. You can just type 1914 and like Google search engine type style. Because we were most recently in the second one, it's going to show you the volume 2 first before the volume 1. But volume 1, 2, and 3 are there. Volume 1 is A through E. Volume 2 is F through M. And volume 3 is N through Z. For the 1914 Bouvier's Law Dictionary and Concise Encyclopedia, third revision by Francis Rawle. All right. So that's how you navigate that. Anything else you want to find in Prophet Noble Dryly, universe, like, oh, hold on, but I want Black's Law Dictionary, BLAC. Oh, okay, well, there's 4th edition. Oh, there's the 1st edition. You know what I'm saying? However, there are other things also that I could, let's see, could I do that? What if I just type dictionary? What happens if I just type dictionary? Right? Oh, pardon me. Dictionary. Bouvier's, Cahill, Ballantyne, metaphysical. So it's really just bringing up all the ones I've been to recently.
Right.
Right. So again, if you just wanted to just, navigate by clicking, the second one from the bottom is Moorish History and Law Study Library. Second one from the top, Law Etymology Dictionaries. Boom. And then you can see Henry Campbell Black's Law first is a folder of them all, broken up in different articles. So is the second one. You want to find Henry Campbell Black's Law 3rd edition. Let's see. There's Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary 3rd edition, 1933. That's how that starts off. 3rd edition, 1968 for the 4th edition, 1979 for the 5th, 1990 for the 6th edition. Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary 7th is there also, 1999. Then, hey, look, there's the 8th edition for 2004 and the 9th edition for 2009. Right? I know, guys. The 4th ones is the 3rd and 4th is the supreme. It just so happens that the rest of these are in here, So, hey, look, and there's a lot of other things that are in here also that you can enjoy, right? Different Bouvier's also from 1897, not just 1914. So you can go and check some of those other ones, right? Handbook of Common Law Pleading, that's in there from 1895. Looky, Astro Cookie. Right? Hey, look, a Bouvier's from 1892, going back even further. And really, if you go back to the beginning, guys, I have law dictionaries in here. We're in our Prophet Noble Dryly University goes all the way back to a Bacon's 1637 Elements of Common Law, 1636, pardon me. Then you got a 1708. Those are the years, so to speak, right? So you got over 400 years worth of law dictionaries, a little over 300 years of law dictionaries. Yeah, guys, so go and enjoy yourself. Pretty sure you'll enjoy yourself, right? So with that being said, let me go on back here, stop the screen share. Brother Aura, anything you would like to say on the lead out, bro, before you end the live here?
Oh no, I think that that brief tour was amazing. How people need to get comfortable with navigating the university, right? And honors to the prophet, man. Shout out to everybody who actually showed up and who's gonna get to watch this tomorrow. A lot of people are gonna. It's gonna be a AstroCivic Monday for a lot of people, right? I think that's it, bro. I'm tired. I'm about to lay it down.
Go and get some rest there. I'm about to rest and
'Cause you
recharge
know-
because I know we got to do this Intuition Monday.
Like I said, you know, I wake up on go.
Yeah,
I wake up ready, you know what I mean? Because I know that's when I have my most energy. So I try to just start knocking things out when I wake up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll probably rest and recharge myself and then get up to do the thumbnails and everything. You know what I mean, for this presentation and the thumbnail for Intuition Monday also. So guys, thank you all so much. All 8 of you that are still sticking around here. I know it got up to about maybe about 10, 11 people. So you guys are awesome. You know, especially those of you that are on East Coast, and it's like literally after 0-100 hours 30 minutes. It's actually 0-100 1 hours and 36 minutes to be exact, right? So thank you all so much for joining I Am Brother R. And this is where we say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.